So 120 days later, I'm asking myself, were these even worth the wait? Welcome back to the Sneaker Circle. My name is Danny. Thank you for tuning into this review. In today's video, I'm going to be going over the latest Swoosh project. This is the Nike Air Max 1 Polygon. It's technically Swoosh's first pre-order program or pre-order project. So it was interesting to see. I low-key forgot I bought these back in October. Because yeah, that's how long it's been since these came out. October. So in this video, I'm going to be going over how these stack up with other releases from last year. I'm going to be going over quality, materials, and all these other things. We can really go over what this final product is for Swoosh and who Swoosh is if you don't know who they are. Not only that, there's already a leaked second project, so hopefully those are a fully intended release and not another pre-order. Let's unbox these. Alright, so out the box, now we have Swoosh's first pair of Air Maxes. So this latest release pays homage to one of the original colorways for the Air Max 1 back in the 80s. It's going to look exactly like this one, except this one has this polygon effect to it. That's the whole premise of the shoe. And the whole theme of the shoe is retro gaming, so everything is supposed to be in this 8-bit format. Something we've seen in other brands before, done incredibly well. So retail on these was $150 pre-tax. Again, you spend $150 and you have to wait roughly 120 days to get that final product. I do feel like a lot of people forgot these were releasing, and a lot of people were just seeing shipping confirmations coming in from Nike towards the end of January. For me specifically, these touched down 110 days after I bought them, so they were actually a little bit ahead of schedule. Swoosh is Nike's integration into Web3. I think their first project was an NFT and Nike's attempt at it. It does feel like none of that was really applied to this one. This one just really stuck to that gaming aesthetic. Like, does that mean Swoosh is gonna like integrate itself into Nike's esports platform? Because I've been seeing a lot of Nike pushing Fortnite skins and stuff like that, which is, I mean, it's got nothing to do with me, but it's cool. It's cool. So alongside with this release, you did have a little mini game you could play. It didn't guarantee the shoe. It didn't really give you anything except more details about the shoe. I guess if you're competitive, it was really cool to play, but it was more of like an interaction, which is something Swoosh really is trying to bridge itself into. It's trying to give you these virtual experiences, and that was just one of them to pay homage to this sneaker and that retro aspect of it. So the colorway itself is an 8-bit version of that original colorway. You could tell everything's kind of blocky from the mesh, from parts of this suede mudguard right here. You see it a little more prevalent in the swoosh and the gray parts right here, how it all has those blocky textures to it. And then the cuts of the sneaker itself are all, instead of being rounded, they're just sharp edges. You can see it like right here. Normally this is supposed to be a perfect circle, but it's now, it looks like part of a shape. On the back, you have that Nike Air and you have more of that block detailing and you have more of that red gradient. And when it comes to the sneaker itself, the pattern isn't random. It's the same pattern for everybody. So if you own these sneakers, they're gonna look exactly like these. Your swoosh is gonna look like that. I do appreciate the mini swoosh on the side. It's one of those things when it comes to Air Maxes that I'm a complete sucker for, but I don't know if it's saving this shoe for me. So the materials on here are all synthetic. Right here, we have the synthetic suede on the gray portions and the red portions, and it's a bit unfortunate. I was hoping for a nubuck or a suede, It almost feels like a felt material, and I can't lie, it's not my favorite material to see on a pair of sneakers or have on feet. They crease horrendously. When I put these on, this part just instantly just wants to cave in. And that blocking detail really helps define, or at least push it towards that 8-bit format. I mean, it's cool to see. I would have loved to see them in a video game alongside the release, not just the physical release, and then that's it. Sizing on these is just like any traditional Air Max. So if you like Air Maxes, you're good. Just get your true to size on these and you'll be fine. So now going into the cons of the sneaker, stuff I just do not like. First one is gonna be what I talked about. First one's gonna be this suede right here. I really despise that synthetic suede feel, especially on a pair of Air Maxes. It almost feels like it cheapens the shoe for me. It's a bit unfortunate. I wonder if they had to go this route because of that gradient texture that they added. Like they needed an actual printable material versus a suede or a leather or a nubuck. But then it makes me think of the Spider-Mans with the Air Jordan 1s, the last ones. There were like 15 different, that's crazy. There was like 15 different pieces of leather on that and they made it work. And it reminds me of the pattern on these. And then the second big con is gonna come in the shape of that toe box. It is so squared off, so banana shaped. It's just unfortunate to see, especially if we look at other releases that released around this time. I'm talking directly about Patas. Those came out 160, an amazing collaboration. People are sleeping on them, don't get me wrong. They were around the same price point and it just feels like two completely different products. So I'm specifically talking about these. These are the Pata Chlorophylls, the 2024 pair. This was my favorite release from last year. You can see shape on those is rounded out, really, really nice. Material is pretty good. Here, material's all canvas, but we do have a nubuck right here. And the nubuck here is actually soft. Nubuck here, or the synthetic suede, it's just bad. So let's put this in a format you can kind of visually see. If you look at this bottom pair, it just peaks up a little right here versus having a smoothed, rounded down edge like the Patas. And just seeing them side by side, I do feel like these even look a bit different, width-wise, tongue-wise. So a big thing about these is they feel super stiff. The laces feel stiff. Everything about it feels stiff, which I guess kind of goes with that theme of 8-bit and like sharpness, but 160, 150, this is genuinely the better product. I would have rather they charged me $10 more on these and just given me a better shoe. So it does make me think, like, who were these designed for? So if I remember the rollout right, a lot of streamers ended up getting the shoe, a lot of people in digital spaces. Kai Cenat is one of them. He got early pairs. So I really do think this was meant to draw in like a new crowd. You feel me? Like people who really aren't up to date with Air Max or really love following the motto and the brand. This is Nike's push for new customers, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I just wish they would have given us a better quality product for all this time that we spent waiting. All right, that's probably where I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna throw these on feet, give you that nice little look around, and pay attention to like the insides of the sneakers right here. You'll see when I throw them on, they're just gonna crease. All right, let's get into it.